reps, Sean, that's not a lot of time to practice and get that movement down before you're done.
The starting grid for the second of 3 heats. The field will get cut down to 30 after this event. Many of these women are right on the edge, and lane number 8 is Elizabeth Akinwale. She's currently in 17th place overall, and she's an athlete who's trying to work her way into the top 10.
She is. Now, here's the thing. We just saw Chris Clever, who we spoke about. She was took first place in the world in 13.1 with the snatch burpee event in the open. Elizabeth Akinwale placed 60th in the world in that event. We know she can move heavy weight, so if that's any indication, she may be in trouble here at the snatches, but it's a fast enough, short enough event. If she stays as fast as she was in the beginning part of last night, she should be just fine.
In lane 11 is Danielle Horan. She has jumped over walls before, but when she did it, she was on the back of the horse. She was a competitive equestrian jumper before turning to CrossFit.
With some of these new rookies, they just want to get to this final day. They all got here, but now it's just fun. Do everything, leave it all out here, and get to the end if you can.
The second of 3 heats is underway. Kristen Clever, the 2010 CrossFit Games champion, currently has the time to beat at 3:02.3 seconds. 100 points goes to the winner in the standing. Second place gets 95, third gets 90, and then so on from there as you move down the standings. And every point now important for these women as they are trying to avoid the cut. Cassie Lance at lane 15 is the woman who currently occupies 30th place, so she is safe now, but she cannot lose any ground to anybody.
And she has those times to beat from the first heat, where Kristen Clever put up a nice fast time along with Gretchen Kittelberger.
Right now it's Elizabeth Akinwale who is the first done with her 21 glute ham developer sit-ups, and now to a weight that she should be able to handle very easily.
I would guess we're going to see a few women straight set, and I believe Akinwale can do it. I know she can on a fresh day. It is day 3 though. But that would give her a huge advantage to get to that wall if she can hold on to this bar.
Akinwale in the all red in the middle of your screen, and lane 8 is now through 7 reps and has yet to put the bar down. She needs to get through 15 of these, and then she'll move on to the wall where it's 9 burpees and then jump over the wall and then a sprint to the finish line. She's trying to chase down Kristen Clever, the time to beat in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. Clever put that up in the first heat. Now Elizabeth Akinwale looking like she may go unbroken on these snatches.
The first athlete, even out of the men, to hold on to the bar for all 15.
Akinwale onto the bar. In lane 11, Danielle Horan, and in lane 13, it's Camille Leblanc-Bazinet on the wall with Akinwale as well. Elizabeth Akinwale is the first one over, but now Horan and Leblanc-Bazinet are right behind her. And now Katrine Davidsdottir in lane number 6 is on the wall, as is Deborah Cordner-Carson in lane 4. And here comes Cassidy Lance in lane 15 in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen in the yellow top.
Akinwale with only 50 seconds on that set of snatches.
Now Akinwale and Camille Leblanc-Bazinet are tied. This one could come down to that sprint to the finish line. Leblanc-Bazinet is now slightly ahead of Akinwale as the two trade first place back and forth.
You can see
now Leblanc-Bazinet over the wall.
Camille's pulling herself over though, Sean. She has to pull so much harder to get her leg up there and get over that wall.
Akinwale is trying to catch up with Leblanc-Bazinet, who is done, and here comes Camille Leblanc-Bazinet, and she will beat Kristen Clever's time. Leblanc-Bazinet, 2:41.4. Akinwale now coming across the finish line. She will finish second in the heat. Elizabeth Akinwale also second overall now, 2:51.2 seconds. Now the race for third. Deborah Cordner-Carson coming across the finish line in lane 4. Caroline Freukland in lane 7, she is across. Katrine Davidsdottir in lane 6, she is now across the finish line. Danielle Horan in lane 11, more and more athletes finishing up now. Erin Light in lane 3, Cassidy Lance in lane 15, the woman who sat on the cut line in 30th place, needs to score some points here. Cassidy Lance currently tied for 10th overall after 2 heats. Now Margot Alvarez is in. Jennifer Smith, the 5-minute time cap. on this event has not been a problem so far. We have 3 athletes left on the field. Lindy Wall in lane 14, Emily Friedman, and now Natalie McLean in lane 2 coming across the finish line. Emily Friedman is done in lane 5, so Lindy Wall, the only woman left on the field. Wall out of the Central East region.
And you know what, Sean, those GHD sit-ups had to wreak havoc on her back. That is why she's the only athlete we see wearing a weight belt or a belt there for her back.
Wall across the finish line, and that's going to close out the second of 3 heats here. Camille Leblanc-Bazinet, she is your new leader. 2 minutes, 41.4 seconds, and giving the camera a smile, and she has to be very pleased with that result. We'll have to see if it holds on. One more heat to go. Elizabeth Akinwale was second, and Deborah Cordner-Carson was in third, and those are also your top 3 women now in this event. Camille Leblanc-Bazinet did not beat Akinwale off the barbell, but once she got to the wall, that's where she took the lead.
And you know, it wasn't even a height issue for Camille. She stands 5 inches shorter than Akinwale, but she was able to jump and pull herself over quicker over this wall.
Leblanc-Bazinet making quick work of that obstacle and getting herself across the finish line at the time of 2:41.4 seconds. And she is currently your leader with 1 heat to go. Elizabeth Akinwale finishing in second, and it's Deborah Cordner-Carson finishing in 3rd place. Cutting down to 30 after this. These women trying to score points to keep themselves alive. The women who are fighting for the lead are coming up next. Can Camille Leblanc-Bazinet hang on? We'll find out next.